This video is by Billy the Wet, and it's called "This Card Game is Banned." A player over a MAGA hat. We're gonna find out, hopefully, why he's so moist. What's got him hot under the collar, or above it, I guess. He is a specimen. This is somewhere between Asmongold and the Quartering, I think. This specimen lies somewhere between, very near the bottom as far as probably popularity, but visually, this is what we're doing.
For those of you that don't know, for whatever reason by this point, that I got my start as a Magic the Gathering channel. That's what my name is based off of. Words of Paradise is a play on the card Birds of Paradise. However,
may I be so bold as to make some observations? Okay, that kind of tracks with what I'm seeing in front of me. I feel like I can smell this video. It smells like a Magic the Gathering situation. Not to say I like Magic the Gathering. I have friends that like Magic the Gathering. The Magic the Gathering guys on YouTube, on the other hand, I was going to mention the One Piece thing. Doesn't understand One Piece at all, or any of the media at all. I mean, he has a Sonic the Hedgehog, a fucking conserve the environment character right there. One Piece, anti-imperialist the whole time. Like, literally pirates. Great. This is wonderful. We found a specimen. Let's see what he has to say. This is just his introduction.
However, this goes beyond Magic the Gathering. So if you're not a fan of the game or don't play the game, don't click away. This is about a major free speech issue. So welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idle. And yes,
I'm surprised he actually said Billy the Wet there. I didn't realize that was going to line up, but it did.
Magic the
Who knows? I'm really good at giving nicknames. It's obvious that I'm just accurate about it.
Gathering, and of course, as many of you know, all of nerd culture has a massive free speech issue, and as such, we're going to talk about that today. Before we do,
bets on what kind of deck this guy runs? Blue counterspell? I don't know, dude.
Hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day, and if the reports... How did this happen? Why don't you have something with the correct size? Why is it all squishy? That bothers me a lot. Are true, and I acknowledge if they're true, because there has been very little information on this on both sides. A renowned Magic the Gathering tournament player has been banned for, and I kid you not, wearing a MAGA hat. Yes, banned from participating in tournaments because of his support for Donald Trump.
Okay, so when they asked him, because they were probably like, we don't want a political affiliation associated with this tournament, can you please remove political affiliation, because this is a pretty normal policy for places. He probably refused and threw a shit fit, and then is trying to grift on the internet about it. So here we are. I don't think anyone really gives a fuck. I certainly don't.
Connor Clark says, an open letter to Card Titan, Wizards, Magic, and Hasbro. Joe Brennan, a former Magic the Gathering champion who wears a MAGA hat, and next week's Eternal Weekend, joined by past EW champions, Grand Prix winners, and many others. Joe deserves better.
I was kind of joking when I said, look, he's like an Asmongold or a Quartering guy, but he's literally just on the opposite side of the screen from the Quartering. With nothing going on, he has no businesses to hustle. But I mean, otherwise, it's kind of the same thing. So far, he's more literate.
And this right here is a petition to get him unbanned effectively. Now, what does this mean? We'll know what it means. We have to go do Card Titan's actual posts. Now,
that's what we have to. The only way we can get any sort of information on this is on Twitter. There's no other way. This guy's opinions are how we know stuff.
Card Titan is a relative bigwig in the Magic the Gathering trading card game space when it comes to tournament organizations.
These guys all talk the same, for the record.
Their official stance is, after his banning, Card Titan has proudly hosted the North American Eternal Weekend since 2013. As we now approach our 11th North American Eternal Weekend, we want to reaffirm to the community we serve the core values which we as a company champion, and likewise expect all our attendees to honor in kind. Above all else, Card Titan seeks to provide and maintain an environment where all attendees can feel safe, compete, and most of all, have fun.
Ooh, sounds pretty fucking woke.
From our dedicated Eternal format players who make this event possible, to our world-class artists who dazzle us every year with their work, old and new alike, to our partner vendors who endeavor to meet all of your cardboard needs. Unfortunately, from time to time, the conduct of a community member fails to meet our expectations, and we have to make a tough choice in order to preserve a positive event experience. We all love this game. We take our responsibility to this game, and more importantly to this community, very seriously. As such, any attendees who engage in conduct detrimental to these values will have their badges revoked, be asked to leave the premises, and be banned from future Card Titan events. Such as incidents are rare, and we hope this continues to be the case. We appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you all October 9th.
Your son is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
Yeah, I think the woke mind virus is probably what got him here. This guy sounds like he sucks. This sounds like a fine message. Nothing here seems out of place. I don't understand why you could disagree about this. Please tell me.
Now, the individual in question who was banned is a long-time player. He made a name for himself in the Magic community. And again, yes, wears a MAGA hat. This whole statement...
So what's his name? I don't remember still. We have to go back to the document to even remember his name. Yeah, this is pretty chill. So he's not allowed to wear the MAGA hat and was shitty about it probably? Sounds like it. Wait a minute. Is this about the openly shitty transphobic asshole? I don't know, Kippy. Maybe. I wonder if he'll play any sort of clip to let us know what was said. I hope so. I'd love to be informed.
Because they're talking about the safety of the community as if somebody just touting a MAGA hat, touting their support for a candidate that won the popular vote, proving that that is the majority sentiment of...
Yeah, you just don't know how math works. That's not the majority sentiment of people. The majority sentiment of people is that they don't like him. We could just... Let me quickly disprove that the majority sentiment is that America likes Donald Trump. One moment. It's pretty easy to find information. Do Americans approve or disapprove of Donald Trump? Did they disapprove of it? There you go. They disapprove of it. I'm one of them.
Of the United States, and mind you, the United States is what matters.
He has to keep politics out of gaming? No. No, it's not politics to wear MAGA hat.
Is a North American tournament organizer.
North America is not the United States. He's aware of that, right?
This really shouldn't be an issue. From time to time, the conduct of a community member fails to meet our expectations. This means that Card Titan, a pinnacle of the Magic the Gathering community, their expectations are that you fall in line with a particular left-leaning ideology. Now,
they could be right-leaning. They're capitalists ultimately, aren't they? I just think wearing a MAGA hat and then being a loser about it is like, you're just whining? I don't know. This guy's just fucking crying. Is that the mystery? Is that why his hair is so wet? He's always crying into his hands. He's like, and then he just like pulls his hands through his hair and it's just wet with tears. Could be. Let's find out.
I don't care what your ideology is. I don't care who you vote for.
I feel like you do.
Come heavy or come not at all.
You wish it was tears. I don't like what you're fucking implying, Chucky. I don't fucking like it.
You play the game, you go to the tournament, or you hang out with your buddies or whatever.
Is this moist critical? No, this is moist critical failure. Moist incel.
You shut the fuck up.
I don't care what you believe. Shut the fuck up. I'm mad as hell.
You play the game. I've been playing Magic since I was 12 years old. I am in my 30s now.
You said you started this as... Wait, was this from when you were 12? I gotta know if you've had this since 12. Well, this must know. Oldest. 2 years old. You said it started as a Magic the Gathering.
I could drink cum by the gallon load and never get pregnant.
I'm gonna ignore that, Dr. Gamble. I'm gonna fucking ignore it. Nope, it's in me. I can't. You said you started as a Magic the Gathering channel, but it's Pokemon. What the fuck? And anti-woke stuff. This is just cringe, man. What's your most popular video? 46K. 10 months ago. Ooh, been all downhill from there. It's okay. It's all right. Have we had any recent success? We put Shoe and Head on a video and got 2K. Wow, he's really trying. He puts out a fuckload of videos. Holy shit. What a specimen. 35K 3 weeks ago. There you go. If you just put out more videos, it'll work. More videos, more videos. I told you it was like quartering.
Ow.
A card channel. I haven't played since I was 12. I started it. I'm mad about Magic the Gathering. I don't know, man. Pick a fucking lane.
My best friend in the world is a Democrat. Very clearly, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm not. That has not stopped us from playing Magic together over
When was his last tournament? When he was 12.
God knows how many years. Now, frankly, I wish I had, because he's better than me and he beats me a lot of times. Paul, if you're watching this, shut the fuck up. Kill yourself.
Wow. Male loneliness epidemic. Best friend in the world. He just said his best friend in the world. Male loneliness epidemic is gripping the nation. This is the closest person to him in his life. Sick, man. I usually say like, hey bros, I love you. Have a good week, brother. Thanks for hanging out. Your friend wins all the time because he's smarter and you're a fucking idiot. I'm surprised you win ever.
In Minecraft,
Well, creepy isn't illegal.
Creepy as how badly did he beat him at MTG? Well, he says in Minecraft.
real life friend. Don't get upset, you two. We talk like that all the time. But the point is, Card Kingdom is, again, assuming this is true, because there's been very limited information on either side of the aisle, banning him, particularly for his political ideology and based on a hat, what he wears.
I don't really think that's what's going on here. I would be utterly shocked to find out he wore a hat and that's all it
Like
took.
was gay or something.
I guarantee you there are Republicans at the card tournament that aren't banned. Fellas, is it gay to tell your friends you love them? Yes.
I'm wearing a LimeWire shirt right now. I don't know if you could tell. I put it on for this particular video, a LimeWire shirt.
So you tried to virtue signal I don't even know what that means. Congratulations. I like to pirate music back in the day. Pretty anarchist, if you ask me.
Why did I choose this shirt for this video? Because LimeWire was an illegal service. By this logic, if I were to show up with this shirt at Magic the Gathering tournament, they should ban me.
Oh my god, he's a fucking brain-rotted idiot. No one gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. I cannot believe... This is the stupid... It's not political. This is not a political shirt. You could do subtle politics, too. You could do like a fuck Brandon thing, I bet. I bet they wouldn't even notice. You could do like a fuck Brandon. Like, it's just obvious political affiliation. Like, I would be fucking shocked if they had, like, Democrat hats walking around. You know what I mean? Super weird. This guy votes? Do you think so? Do you think he can... I mean, he says he loves Donald Trump, so maybe he went to the polls. But I don't know if he could find it.
Because I'm wearing a shirt that was promoting a piracy service, an illegal service. But they would never do that.
Because it's totally different. There's no social issue whatsoever with LimeWire when it doesn't upset people whatsoever. I don't know. Maybe if you went to like the Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich's house, maybe that would be he hated Napster. Maybe he hates LimeWire. That's the only place I think that this might get some friction. Everyone else would be like, "Oh, cool, a shirt," and just not really pay attention.
Because this is purely about ideology. But let's look at the community's reaction to this.
Okay.
Good shit.
That's hilarious. Why would you show such a based individual and then be mad? That's hilarious. I didn't know this guy was going to show himself getting owned the whole time.
We got Pat Dolterra saying good shit.
Hilarious.
All right. So
follow at Jen the Judge.
they agree with the censoring, not even censoring, the full-on cancellation of a tournament-level Magic the Gathering player based on the fact that he wears a hat they don't like.
A hat they don't like is probably not what happened. When asked not to wear the hat at the non-political event, it seems as though there was pushback. Seems as though maybe
I think I suffer from whiteness.
Seems as though maybe his reputation was bad in the community. Popetos, thank you. I'm suffering as well.
What about this one right here? Big ups to Card Titan for looking out for the community.
Yeah, sounds like a normal person.
Yes, socialism works.
Fox on Silver for giving one a MAGA the Gathering.
What sort of echo chamber are you trying to build? The community.
None? What? I guarantee you Republicans go to that tournament still.
The community is people that enjoy the card game.
Yeah, what they don't want is fucking pictures at their card game with a bunch of MAGA hats in the background. That's what they fucking don't want. Because it's a poison pill to most people's enjoyment of a thing. Because you guys are fucking idiots. Like, they don't want people wearing MAGA hats or any other hat. They don't, they don't want idiots fucking being like, you wearing a Tim Walz hat in fucking 2025? Are you wearing a Tim Walz hat? Brother, I'm pissed. I guarantee you they would do a very similar thing if people were wearing, like, full outfits of, like, fucking pro-abortion stuff or whatever. Turns out being a nerd is woke. That's right.
Are you saying to be part of the community, to be part of the individuals that play Magic the Gathering, we all have to agree with leftist or Democrat politics?
No.
That seems insane to me.
Well, that's because you're dumb and you don't understand what's happening. I get why if you were a stupid motherfucker, you could go into a panic about things that weren't problems for you and invent problems in your head.
We got this individual right here. Tonatua, or however you would say that, warrior poet. If 154 people want to sit down at a table with a fascist to play Magic the Gathering, there are now 155 fascists playing Magic the Gathering. Now I respond to this one.
I responded to this one. Kind of sounded like a little bit of a shit post, but that's okay.
I responded to a few of these, actually.
You bookmarked it? That's funny. I was pissed off online on a few of these, I'll tell you.
I responded to this one.
Uh-huh.
I've been playing Magic the Gathering since I was...
Look at this fucking picture! Is this a fucking parody account? Am I being fucking fooled? You can't tell me. No way. I think we might have found a real specimen. I think this might be the one. I think he's the one for me. Look at this guy. I've been playing Magic since I was 12. I'm in my 30s now and voted Donald Trump. Sit down, tourist. And it's squished. Everything about this, the fucking thumbnail or the watermark in the background of his YouTube video, his shitty YouTube video. He's wet as fuck. He's fucking undone goal with 11 cents. This is a very beautiful screenshot. This is what peak gaming looks like.
12. I'm in my 30s now. Voted for Donald Trump. Sit down, tourists.
Nailed him. You fucking owned him, bro. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what these individuals are. They are tourists. I have gone to so many...
Billy the Wet ain't no tourist, okay? Billy the Wet ain't nobody wetter at a Magic the Gathering, at a gathering of magic, than Billy the fucking Wet, okay? Can I just say I noticed two things about this still here? Number one is definitely how badass this guy is. And number two is that his algorithm is serving him Islamists. Yeah, I'm sure this will calm this guy down. I'm sure what this guy needs is more fucking right-wing freaks talking about Islamists. Because fucking Zoran Mamdani won.
Magic the Gathering tournaments. Look at my YouTube video history. You'll find a lot of my early videos are about Magic the Gathering. Why did I stop covering Magic the Gathering? Well, frankly, because Magic is a very time-consuming hobby, and you gotta choose one. Either play Magic full-time or do YouTube full-time. Frankly, I chose YouTube, so I haven't gone to as many tournaments in recent years as I want to.
I love that complaining about the hobby on YouTube has taken it from you. That's crazy. You could be spending your time enjoying yourself. But instead, you're wet on the internet for all to see, worked up to a froth about problems that aren't yours. Instead of just enjoying some cards with your bud that you fucking hate. Your demon-crat friend.
I still go to probably 2 or 3 a year. I used to go to many more than that. But the point is, yes, this is what Magic is becoming. I am no longer welcome at Magic the Gathering tournaments.
Okay, so the people that are there at the Magic the Gathering tournaments don't welcome you? Have you thought why? I could tell you, I know that we're calling you Billy the Wet. I mean, all the people on the streets call you Billy the Wet. That's the reputation you had before I even got here. Have you heard about that new video about Billy the Wet? So I showed up. You're not too wet or stinky for a Magic the Gathering, frankly. I like D&D, so there's been a bit of crossover. I've we'll say cross aromas with the Magic the Gathering tournament crowd. And while, like I said, I like a lot of people that play Magic the Gathering, the tournaments have a vibe. I think you'd do just fine at one of those in a physical sense. So it must be your vibe, brother. It must be your personality. Because what may turn me off of hanging out with someone is not what turns off a Magic the Gathering tournament attendee off. So, different strokes for different folks. Different smellas for different fellas. We're going to move on. Everyone laugh right now. Please clap.
If I was to wager a guess, when you look at things like the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Who?
And you look at how many individuals on the left celebrated
I've already forgotten.
that. And then you look at what these folk that play this game at a tournament level or maybe even casually think, and they are okay with that level of political violence.
It might not be his fault that he talks like this, but there's like a huge correlation between guys who sound like this to my ears, like literally the way he doesn't bite off his words. He's like mumbling, his jaw barely fucking moves. He doesn't really have a lot going on in the frontal lobe. And that characteristic just is constant among right-wingers, and I don't know what it is. I think it's kind of fucking mouth breather disease. I don't know what's going on. I don't fucking know. This is what a mouth breather is to me. When I think of like a trogged out fucking right-winger, this is the guy. He is a specimen.
Why would I feel safe there? They talk about the safety of the community, but why would I feel safe at a Magic the Gathering tournament?
Do you feel threatened by the libs, bro? Do you think a bunch of...
The left is fucking based.
Thank you, Fox. Like, literally, stop. Just, you're crying. You're crying and whining. Shut up. They are cry bullies. This is genuinely, this content is what right-wingers were saying that the blue-haired SJWs were making. He is making the exact sort of like whiny, cry bully content. It's so fucking annoying.
If I just...
Professional whiners? Oh, you don't make that kind of money off YouTube.
Casually talk about if it, let's say, comes up in conversation that I think maybe the tariffs might be a good idea or might work, or that I like low taxes, or that I think
I'm not surprised an idiot just listens to what Fox News tells him and then goes, yeah, I like that, like a fucking clapping seal at like, just I like that, and then another fucking like wahoo, that's a fish, is thrown to you and you eat it because you're a seal. Yeah, JD Vance.
JD Vance might be president in 2028.
Amazing.
And somebody decides to whip out a gun and blow me away simply because I espoused right-leaning problematic politics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, it's always like, what if I was Charlie Kirk with these people? You're not. You're not Charlie Kirk. What if someone at the Magic the Gathering contest shoots me because they think I'm like Charlie Kirk? I don't know how to fucking take you out of your own paranoia. No one fucking cares about you, man. He's just so fucking paranoid and afraid and stupid.
Safety is at risk.
But your safety's not at fucking risk.
They don't care about that. My safety as a straight white male is not near as important as the safety of insert victimized, marginalized community here.
I didn't even fucking mention that. You're just not unsafe, you dumb fuck. You are just a dumb guy. I don't know how do you tell an idiot they're a fucking idiot? The only way for a dumbass to stop being a dumbass is for them to be aware of it and then to be like, I aspire for more. Like, no one's stuck this way. It's just so stupid. You just watch them and you just, no logic to it. Just like, what if I was Charlie Cook? Who? We don't even know who that guy is. I only know Erica Kirk. She's my favorite grifter.
Exists for clout purposes only so that Democrats can win whatever elections they're using. You know, using these marginalized communities as nothing more than propaganda tools to ensure elections, which, by the way, hasn't worked out too terribly well for you guys.
Right. So, did you hear yourself? The only reason minority groups exist in political parlance is so that Democrats can use them to win elections, and it doesn't work. Did you hear yourself? Doesn't seem like that's what's going on, right? Yes, definitely liberals do performative wokeness. Not what he is seeing. He hears any sort of like left-leaning thing. Fox News told me that's wrong, so I have to regurgitate that because I don't have a fucking brain cell. And that's what this guy's life is now. He's quit his hobbies for this. This is where it's at.
But that's neither here nor there. What about this one right here? Brittany says, luckily, I'm currently unemployed, which means I have all the time and energy in the world to ruin the reputations of anyone who defends a bigot. especially to the extent they sign a fucking petition supporting MAGA. There's no room for this shit in competitive Magic the Gathering spaces. You wouldn't have known this about me when we played Magic the Gathering competitively together, assuming I ever ran across you. Why? Because I don't actually talk about my politics when I'm at a Magic the Gathering tournament.
Because it would be fucking weird and out of place. And so the guy wearing the MAGA hat was an asshole and got banned reasonably. See the difference? You also know that you would get dumpstered, right? Like, people would be like, oh, you're a fucking loser even more than I thought already.
Not because I'm afraid or anything.
That's the first thing he says. Not because I'm afraid or anything. I would totally do it.
This is not fucking relevant. I show up to a Magic the Gathering tournament.
It's not fucking relevant. Okay, let's just ignore the other part and think about this. It's not fucking relevant. So, with that in mind, can you see how the Magic the Gathering venue and the tournament holders could be like, guy wearing a MAGA hat? That's not fucking relevant and not what we want to be known for. Can you remove the hat? I'm a little bitch that can't take any sort of fucking criticism for my personality traits. And then he freaks out, and that's it. That was the MAGA guy. That's what they sound like. Puppets without skin, apparently, because it's just a hand. That's what a puppet without skin is, by the way. A hand.
To play the game, hopefully win, hopefully score some primo cards and get some paid, and then fucking bounce.
You guys make money off of your Magic the Gathering tournaments? Get some cool cards, some primo cards. Hey, man, I'm happy if you want to do that. I don't mind. It sounds like you have a pretty hollow appreciation of the hobby you even say you care about, though. Billy the Sweaty is not very happy about, like, having time with his friends there or anything. There's nothing enjoyable about that. It's just wham bammer. You tried Warhammer? Maybe you'd like that. I don't know.
I do it for the love of the game.
You did not describe loving the game.
This is an individual that wants to excise arguably over 50% of the population of the U.S. from a card game.
It's not over 50% of the population, man. He thinks barely winning the popular vote with like fewer votes than the year before. Or the election before. He thinks that if you get a certain amount of election, that's just like a sample size of the general idea. You don't think the people abstaining from voting do so for a reason? You just think everyone would vote otherwise? So strange.
Because they don't agree with their politics. This is disgusting, but this is the type of behavior that not only is Card Titan investing in and acknowledging, but Wizards of the Coast themselves, the owner of the game. So I say, luckily I'm unemployed. Yup, typical leftist leech for you. Curious how you afford one of the most expensive hobbies in nerd culture without a job.
Ooh.
Your feet pics can't be worth that much.
Nailed it. I love that you don't have a single fucking like or anything. Like nobody pays attention to this. Fucking owned. It's interesting that you can't not sexualize. So feet, huh? Why are these guys always feet guys?
Because here's the dealio, for those of you that don't know, trading card games, collectible card games, they are incredibly expensive. I mean, frankly, so much so that it's almost better that you get hooked on drugs than play a competitive card game. You will actually spend less money being a crack or meth or coke or whatever addict than you will play Magic the Gathering.
I disagree that that's true.
I really don't recommend the hobby for anyone. It is damaging. But the fact of the matter is, when you look at
I love this game. I don't suggest it. I mean, it just sounds like a League of Legends player hostage by what you think you ought to be doing or something. I don't know. Everything this guy says just sucks. Like, it's dripping with negativity at all times. And he looks like shit. That's crazy.
a post like this, oh, this individual's proud that they're unemployed, but yet they can afford one of the most expensive habits in nerd culture. And they have a vendetta against anyone that...
He's repeating the tweeter.
Simply wants to vote for low taxes.
You're not voting for low taxes, man. Okay. Low taxes. The price of living has, like, doubled. It's doubled.
Does that not strike anyone as, cult-like behavior? They call MAGA a cult, but have we seen any posts thus far that is differed in ideology whatsoever?
Well, you haven't shown any. You're controlling it. Yeah. I mean, there would definitely, you're already here. You're an example of one of these, by the way. Things that you're saying don't exist. The tariffs are a tax on your the thing you buy for sure. Everything's more expensive.
Minus this initial
Healthcare just almost doubled. It's gonna go up crazy.
one with homies saying, yo, this isn't okay. What about, all right, so we got him. We're going back to Kyle. I'm happy to see a company with values and age where it's just a matter of time before they're outed for doing something heinous. Obvious sarcasm. So, Card Titan made this statement after his petition. Needless to say, this is a response. That's exactly what it is. This is a response. And so they're doubling down on their values, and Kyle here, who started the petition to, get Joe back into the game, because all he wants to do is play fucking Magic. Who cares what hat he wears?
You just said earlier that it doesn't have anything to fucking do with the game. It's inappropriate to be there, and now you're talking out the other side of your fucking face. You can't keep a consistent thought in your fucking little head, man. Oh, I'm sorry to say. I've been smoking weed all night, and this guy is not as logical or coherent,
Say, all right, just don't wear the hat. But no, they chose to ban him. They banned him for a fucking hat.
Yeah, I just don't think that's the only thing that happened here. I would love to see his interactions with this, but you're not showing them. So, and there it is.
Bro, I've gone to Magic the Gathering tournaments where the entire goddamn comic shop reeked worse of BO than your average Comic-Con.
Yeah. So you see what I was saying? I mean, yeah, and you were contributing. I agree. I told you already he was a sewer slime.
They don't ban people for not fucking showering, but they'll ban you for a fucking hat?
I know, right? That's what I'm talking about. The standards are on the fucking floor and you still couldn't meet them,
But it gets worse than that.
Does
So
it?
we got Jeff Hoogland here.
Cool.
Funny how quick these jagoffs cry about being denied inclusion in things when they literally subscribe to a political ideology trying to deny entire groups of people the right to exist.
Fucking true. Jeff out here with bangers. That's bars.
Inclusivity only matters when it impacts them personally.
Fucking true, by the way. Literally true. You're saying you don't need inclusivity, you don't need safe spaces, and you're like, you banned me. It's like, well, they don't have to. Eat shit.
Look, I'm not going to speak for every MAGA supporter, because obviously I don't know or am every MAGA supporter. But speaking for myself personally, as someone who voted for Donald Trump, I don't give a fuck about their right to exist. Everyone's got the right to exist. We have the literal right to life as part of our goddamn Constitution.
No, you don't. You do not. That's actually not in the Constitution. I would love that. That'd be sick as fuck, because that would include healthcare in my fucking opinion. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I do love those. Those are not enshrined in our rights. Sorry.
What I don't like is making every single thing ever all about you and your gender ideology or your feminist propaganda or your left-leaning ideology or what the fuck ever.
Right. But I do like it when you make your whole personality guy who wears a MAGA hat. I hate it when you can't even not be gay in front of me, but I should be allowed to express myself however I see fit with my MAGA hat. Do you see how stupid you sound? Do you not? I dare this guy to fucking debate me. I fucking dare you. This would be hilarious. Billy the Wet, come actually debate me. That'd be so funny. Talk to me about why I think right-wingers are fucking crybaby losers, including you, and you can tell me why you think that leftists are bad. I just don't think you have the brain power to do it. I'm live Monday through Friday nights. Would be happy to host you on my channel. Stop and wet Billy. Do you think he'll dry himself before he comes on? Because he's self-conscious now? I'll have to call him Dry William if he does.
Guys, we're here to play a card game about elves and goblins. Shut the fuck up and play your card game about elves and goblins, and then get stomped when I play with you against you with my blue-black mill deck. I almost said blue-red.
Blue-black mill deck? Were you guys right, by the way? Did you just call that shit? Didn't you guys say blue deck literally earlier? I'm not joking. That's so funny. Just a fucking mill deck? He's wondering why he loses all the time. He's the worst at everything. He needs to make everyone as miserable as he is.
Blue-black, mill deck. Blue-red is prowess. Totally different kind of deck. Point is, what the fuck does your political ideology have to do with the goddamn card game? And then we'll go on from there. We got Ross Merriam here. Counterpoint, he deserves worse.
He, him, pro MTG player, commentator, coach, co-host of MTG Rants, Apex Gaming commentator, Marxist-Leninist, paradoxical Utah Jazz fan, chronically loquacious. I bet we'd get along and fight. I bet I would love and really get annoyed with Ross. I bet we would. I think that would be a good time. I don't know about this Leninist shit. I'm not an ML, but funny. That's funny.
Yes, they're stating that he deserves worse than being banned from the game, from the tournament as a whole.
Dude, this guy takes everything deathly serious. This guy can't stand a fucking shit post whatsoever. He's like, oh my god, you just cut me to my core. You're critically offended by everything. I actually don't think this guy could handle me in a conversation. He would just fucking cry. He'd be like, don't make fun of me, bro. I think this guy could fucking handle it. I think he'd scream and quit and shit his pants.
Simply for wearing a MAGA hat? What do you mean worse?
Okay, I want to talk to you about this why MAGA instead of MAGA also. Some people say MAGA, some people say MAGA. But it's not make America great again. It's make America great again, right? Seems like MAGA is appropriate to me.
What sort of worse does he deserve simply for wearing a MAGA hat? I can only assume the worst. I can only assume you think he deserves to be Charlie Kirked.
Do you see how your brain works? That's fucking crazy cuckoo stuff. That's pretty wild.
All right. What about this right here? We got Nile. Oh, Nile, like the river. The Magic community really does need change. Oh, that's a good sign. Please sign my Joe Brennan deserves worse. Oh, there it is. From Card Titan and the North American Eternal Weekend petitions.
Oh, there it is. Wait, actually, he deserves worse. Great.
So, they also think that him being banned from the tournament as a whole, simply for wearing a red fucking hat, isn't goddamn good enough. I mean, this is...
Wait, hold on. I want to see what the... I don't have an open letter, but my legal team is drafting one as we speak with addresses for every LGS at the top, of course. That's how you write open letters. I would expect you to understand that. I know Joe sounds like a major asshole, but, oh, sorry, running out of characters. I don't... Anyway, please share my petition. Get our boy Joe everything he deserves. So this guy really sucks, apparently. So why is he so bad?
Is disgusting behavior. I'm doing my part. People are advocating for this. There is no room for anybody in this game that I started my channel based off of. My channel was a Wizards of the Coast based channel. Focusing.
He keeps saying the same thing. Do you think we're gonna move to a broader thesis? Are we gonna have anything other to say? We're gonna do anything?
Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons.
All right. We heard you.
Individuals like this, do you want to know why I voted for Donald Trump?
Yes.
People like you.
Just low taxes or whatever? Oh. To own the libs?
People like you radicalized me. I wanted to talk about D&D. I want to talk about Magic the Gathering.
Brother, you can't even appreciate either of those hobbies without a leftist focus on it. I'm sorry. You can't communally tell a story together in a satisfying way unless you adopt the idea of communism even at your table. Sorry. You can't even like sports without inviting communist goals into your shit. He def tries to win D&D. What does that even mean? I've experienced that from players. We'll see if we can get it out of them.
But because you cannot accept the idea that there's people that want lower fucking taxes.
You're not getting lower taxes. I don't know why he keeps saying this. I mean, it's the Fox News thing saying, look, it's eventually going to trickle down. You'll see. He's just a goddamn idiot. Humans are naturally collectivist. Of course, obviously. Everything we do that has any sort of value to us is a collectivized effort. No one person has done anything for humanity. It's just not possible. Even the guys you associate with that, like Hitler, collective effort.
You're actually asking, not at best, to ostracize us. At worst, well, he deserves worse. That's your words.
Right. From Card Titan and the North American Eternal Weekend. And I bet if you read this, it'll say, hey, man, this guy should not be allowed at other events either because he's a little shit-stirring butthole. I don't like him.
You will not look back on any of my videos, any of my live streams, and unless you find something that is very obviously in jest, because I do consider myself a bit of a comedian at times.
Do you? When are you going to be funny? Do something funny. Tell me a joke. Well, go on. I consider myself a bit of a comedian. He just said, essentially, like, out loud, he started talking. He's like, I haven't said anything fucked up, well, except for some of those things, his brain thought. And then the next thing out of his mouth was, well, I'm a comedian. I can say some stuff because comedians get to say stuff. Whatever, man. Make me laugh right now.
You'll never find me advocating for anything like that in this community.
Do stand up immediately.
What about this right here? Daylight Elise. MAGA hats are the new Nazi armband, and it's not even an argument. There's no place for that in Magic. Not now, not ever.
Yeah, pretty true. That's pretty true. Especially because of how you're trying to wield law enforcement like ICE to try to literally just get brown people rounded up. They're not looking at anything other than how brown they are. And then they go, are you a citizen? And whether they are or not, they fucking take them away. This has been happening a lot. You're for this. You're a Nazi. I mean, it's just fascist, man. You don't have to be. You can be like, wait, that sounds bad. Racially profile people, but you're not. You don't think that. You think it's good because you think Mexicans, which is the only type of people south of the border there are, Mexicans. You think that they're stealing your jobs and doing all the crime and making stuff expensive. And then when they're gone and you're just stuck with a bill for the law enforcement that you fucking put yourself under, where do you think they're going to go, man? What do you think they're going to do? Just let the ICE officers retire? I'm not going to apply them anywhere? You're going to do nothing with those guys?
This isn't satire. They are equating individuals that just want to show up to card game tournaments with people that systematically eradicated 6 million Jews.
Well, I'm glad he's not a groiper, but Nazis had hobbies. Nazis would go do stuff all the time. They'd take their little Nazi armband. You ever seen? No, he hasn't. I was going to ask him if he's seen a musical. Never mind. You ever seen a TV show? They have Nazis. You ever seen Inglourious Bastards? You know, the Nazis went to the bar, into the movies and stuff.
Ironically, I would be willing to guess that Daylight Elise here is pro-Palestine and
definitely
fucking loathes Israel, therefore doesn't actually give a shit about the Jews. But
well, there you have it. A stone cold idiot. Yeah, man, I'm against apartheid and genocide even when Israel's doing it. Can you believe it? I don't really blame the Jews for that. I definitely blame Israel. Pretty different concepts. I don't know if he even delineate.
That's just speculation on my part. The point is,
I'm only speculating this crazy shit.
I am being called, and people like me are being called
wet,
a
moist,
literal fucking Nazi.
Oh yeah. Well, so like it's like you're trying to LARP as Nazis and aspiring to be them, and we are flagging that and seeing that you're doing that, and we're being like, well, fuck off. Fuck off, fascists. Yeah, I don't know. Why would you keep wearing them? So you recognize that a large portion of the country recognizes you as a Nazi, and that doesn't bother you. Like, there's no self-reflection at all as to what qualities could I be inhabiting that would make them say this. No. It's simply an emotional response from Willie the Wet, which is, no, you can't say that. And that's where we're at. That's the video. You can't say that. I mean, eat shit, man, and cry. His hair's just going to keep getting wetter, dude.
When all we want to do is play a fucking card game.
No, you don't. You want to wear your MAGA hat. If he wanted to play the card game more than he wanted to wear his MAGA hat, he'd be doing that. But he didn't.
By the way, and this is just a suspicion. This is just a theory.
You're saying stuff?
MAGA voters that play Magic are probably more intelligent than these individuals. And
I can't have you sitting here telling me that you voted for low taxes while your like literal life is getting more expensive and you just are drooling as it passes you by. And you're going to tell me that you lose every game of Magic to your liberal friend, and you're going to say you're the smartest guy in the room right now. I mean, maybe you're alone. I don't even think that's the case. I think Luffy D. Monkey is smarter than you, and he's in the room with you.
Therefore, build better decks because it's a very technical game. I think they just don't want the skill ceiling that people like me would bring to the table when we...
Holy fucking shit. Yeah. What they're worried about is the MAGA supremacy at the Magic the Gathering table. They're like, I'm tired of losing to these MAGA geniuses. Yeah. Okay, dude. I do actually think you should come debate me. I'll call it a debate so he feels like it's a big thing. That'd be hilarious. He's got his own Magic card? Holy shit. Bog Bottom William. Everything he touches gets wet and emits a foul odor. Well, that's not how you spell odor or emits. So trying to own him, I mean, unless he's spelling it. If he's spelling this, then yeah, you can't try to own him illiterately. So good luck. That's close. That was good art though. He was in the bog. Do a spell check.
Of course, win every tournament. My Goblin Commander deck wrecks house. It's not even close. Like, holy shit.
My Goblin Commander deck. Let's go, dude.
I spent a lot of money, a lot of time on my EDH deck, Crinkle Mob Boss. Shit's insane. But that's neither here nor there. All right, what we got here? All right.
That's neither here nor there. Why aren't you making content about the one thing that makes it sound like you get excited? He bought his deck?
Got Nile again. Joe deserves better because he won some Magic tournaments. Sorry your game isn't exclusively old white dudes anymore. It never was. Do you want to know who taught me to play Magic the Gathering? My dad and his gay best friend.
Cool.
My dad, my stepmom, so pretty progressive, stepmom, not biological mom.
Pretty progressive to have a failed marriage, I guess.
Divorced child. No fault divorce. Thanks, Ronald Reagan. So my dad.
Thanks, Ronald Reagan. Wait, so you think that divorce is bad? You want your parents to still be together in spite of them wanting to be divorced? And you wanted your mom to be less supportive than she was or something? I'm progressive because I hate my mom, I guess.
My stepmom and their gay best friend. What the fuck do you mean, old white dudes? No one has a right to play Magic the Gathering tournaments. No one.
Wait, so how come your experience is what makes the truth about the bulk of the... Would you say that most people that play Magic the Gathering aren't white guys? Because I fucking would not make that bet. I would say they're mostly white guys. Why are we trying to pretend that's not the case? Does it just offend you when you get... Is what you're feeling frustration at being lumped in with other white folks that don't represent you? Do you feel frustrated and angered by being described as someone you aren't based upon nothing more than your visible appearance? I don't know. Is this worth reflection?
No one deserves playing events. Fuck all the way out for your little freak cult. Oh, well, if nobody has the right to play in events, then I'm sure you would be okay with a tournament sanctioned event that bans trans individuals.
Well, no, right? It's not banning MAGA individuals. It's banning people that wear the fucking hat around and refuse. Like, we've described this already. See, I could understand how someone could go and be like, we're gonna ban. Look, this is a no politics event. Just bring your nerdy stuff. We're not allowed. We ban the MAGA guy. We ban the fucking Tim Walz guy. We're banning people that wear the trans flag hat. That's like as best you could do. If they want to ban the trans flag hats because they ban the rest to stay fair, and they're just like, look, we just don't want, when media goes out, we're just not looking for all this shit. I mean, I don't mind. I don't care. That's their business prerogative. If that bothers you, then don't support them. This is the same thing that would happen here, right? But it's a little bit more salacious to go, no trans people allowed, right? So that's an innate thing about people that isn't a political choice, which is very different. So, disagree. You're not born a Republican. Though you do all have a very similar look to you.
That bans anyone that's not straight and white. If no one has the right to play Magic the Gathering, then you should legit...
No one does have the right to play Magic the Gathering. What does that even fucking mean? It's clearly a privilege. You have to buy the cards. You have to go to the thing. You have to know people to do it. It's just like it's a privilege to play with people that share a hobby with you. Yeah, it's toys. Yeah.
Realistically, be okay with a straight white male only tournament.
You can definitely throw that, and then people will be like, wow, look at all these guys that suck. Okay, so go ahead, throw your white supremacist Magic the Gathering card tournament and see how it goes. You're just upset you live in a society where people share ideas? I don't know, man.
Something tells me you wouldn't be okay with that.
Because it's racist. It's not the same thing. You're just upset for different reasons. You're not able to see the connections between events because you're a dumb person. Does it bother you that you're a fucking idiot? Man, can you even understand that you're a dumbass? No, we said it earlier. I mean, I don't think you can. Can you? Can you reflect at this moment? Is it possible to catch it right now? Like a diagnosis? You're a dumbass, brother. Sorry to say. I was hoping for more. I saw so much moisture and I thought, there's a man who knows his way around the world.
So yeah,
Well traveled.
fuck all the way off with your no one has the right to play shit bullshit.
They don't.
It's a fucking card game.
It's right. It's not a right.
And we'll end with this.
I don't
We'll
know
end with this
why
from
you'd
Carolyn.
argue that.
When trans people are
I think like humans have a right to leisure, but you would think that's communism. So, I guess you're going to have to be a leftist in order to enjoy your hobbies, because you don't do it now.
are such an integral part of the Magic community, banning someone proudly showing support to the administration that both wants queer people dead and is presently systematically eliminating their rights is not only morally correct, it's good for business. Now,
I agree with Carolyn.
I'm curious.
Okay.
I'm truly curious.
Oh my god, I didn't need the zoom. I was comfortable with the distance we were at. I forgot that this was possible.
As
We started here.
somebody that's been playing Magic the Gathering for many, many, many years,
Can I just say you'd look better fat? Is that polite to say?
how are trans people integral to the community? I haven't been able to figure it out. I truly haven't.
Like you're just sort of like soft.
You want to know how many people, how
Pick a lane.
many trans people, at least notably trans people, and the notably part's important because 9 times out of 10 is very noticeable. They don't.
How can you say any of the stuff earlier where you're like, I don't even fucking care, and then it's like, it's really noticeable when trans people are trans. I disagree. I don't think it's very noticeable. I don't even really think about it.
Pass very often. Ain't not everybody a Blair White. The point.
Wow. Blair White is his gold star trans person for him. There you go. That's valid when you're a fucking dumbass. I don't know, dude.
Is you want to know how many trans people I've encountered while playing in the tournament sanctioned settings? 2.
That he knew that were there because his experience is everything. That's very important. I have a fucking chat room filled with trans people that play Magic the Gathering. I don't know, man. I just think maybe you're not a very bright or observant guy. I don't think you're very, I don't think someone's going to be like opening up to you about their transness. I don't feel like you're even really interested in having fucking personal relationships with people. So
Maybe there's been more. Maybe there's some I haven't paired up against, but like in my own.
dude, it's like whipping against, it's like whipping against his shirt, like a jellyfish tentacle. I don't like it. I don't like what I'm seeing. I can't stop looking at it. I don't like the wet hair on anybody. Don't do it wet. If you have wet hair, stop it.
Personal experience, anecdotally, 2. We're talking about less
Cool,
than
brother.
1% of the population here.
I think it's just a brush would help. Maybe
They're
make it
really
look
not
like it's
that
so wet.
fucking integral to the game. But
I disagree. I think trans people are integral to pretty much everything we do because they're part of human existence. If you took away trans people, the whole system would collapse.
even if they were, what's that got to do with shit?
Well, all the stated facts prior were the MAGA movement, including yourself, as stated by your own opinions of trans people, you are hostile to their just like peace and enjoying themselves at a Magic the Gathering tournament, and so you're disruptive. I don't tell you. People just don't like you. You just want the internet to explain to you why you're not likable?
You banned a pro player, somebody who
Holy
took
shit.
the time off their real life,
If we just
took time
speed up
away
the
from
end
a
of this.
contracting job to participate, or at least what they thought would be participate in this tournament, only to be told effectively at the door, no, you're not allowed to play. I mean, this game, this community is something that people invest not just money, but time and emotional effort into. And they didn't even have the good graces to tell him to his face he couldn't play until he got there, after sacrificing who knows how much in his personal life. So yes, when you say that
Sacrificing his personal life for a hobby? I don't know, man.
banning someone proudly showing support for
Like time?
administration that wants queer people dead, show me the fucking proof of that. Magic the Gathering has a free speech problem, and it's disgusting. People like myself aren't welcome. We're not safe. One of my best friends, and I guarantee you he'll watch this video. What up? Shout Spence, Mav, bounding into comics editor-in-chief. I love the guy to death. We disagree heavily on politics. You want to know one of the things we love, though? We love Magic the Gathering. One of the
That's his like token left guy.
last several of our Discord chats have been about Magic the Gathering. You know, it doesn't matter that Spence, and I'm assuming here, maybe he'll send me a DM, and maybe he won't like this video, or maybe he'll agree with me completely. I actually don't know how this will go. But Spence is a very principled individual. Now, he may loathe Donald Trump, may think Donald Trump's a pedophile the whole nine, and frankly, he might be right.
Frankly, he might be right. He might be right that Donald Trump's a pedophile. That gives me no pause whatsoever. Like, listen to yourself.
Like, I think that all politicians are probably pedophiles. That's neither here nor there. The point is,
You think all politicians are pedophiles, so it's a wash. So, I mean, fucking, yeah, I like Donald Trump. Yeah, he might be a pedophile, but pretty cool guy otherwise. Brother, this is embarrassing stuff. You put this on the internet? Spence should stay far away from associating with you in public.
Spence has never once, no matter how many political disagreements we've ever had, told me that I wouldn't be welcome at a game at his table if we were just going to shoot shit and play Magic.
Okay, but I bet if he had a trans friend and you started being transphobic, there would be problems. I bet if you wore a MAGA hat to the game and there were non-MAGA players there, it'd be weird. And they'd be like, okay, dude, you know what I mean? Can we confirm Spence is real? I'm going to just let him have it. I'm going to let him have his Spence.
Political affiliation never mattered. My IRL best friend, Paul Byersmith, we've been...
Oh, wait, Spence isn't real. He's not an IRL friend. He just doxed this other guy who I'm not going to go look up.
Best friends for over a decade now. He was a fucking Hillary voter back then. I was a Trump voter back then. And we still play Magic the Gathering together to this day. Point is, all the individuals in my real life wouldn't turn down a spot at the table to play some Magic simply because of political differences. We would just...
Okay. Do you guys hang out, like, interpersonally, or is it just Magic that you share?
Just have the mental wherewithal not to talk about those political differences because we're adults.
We're adults. We don't talk about political differences. Well, I'm an adult, and I do talk about my political difference. How about that? It sounds like you're trying to. I'm happy to vocalize my political differences. I'm very confident in what I believe because I'm correct. It's not very hard to know what you're talking about when you're right.
The fact that can't be said for the Magic the Gathering tournament scene, the official league, that should be cause for concern for everybody, regardless of your political affiliation.
I disagree.
Those are my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Let me on X. Find me a...
Okay, he's doing a sign off. I'm chilling. All right, great. What a specimen. Yeah, maybe we'll look in the future. His videos are really fucking long.
Well, this is going...
So I don't want to watch like a fucking hour and a half thing. One of his 20-minute ones every once in a while, maybe. But I don't fucking... He uploads a lot, and I just don't care to watch all the time. Liberal women freak out over Trump's Tylenol autism claim. 200 views. This is a specimen. Under 10K subscribers. The AI header. Oh, fuck. I didn't even fucking look at it. AI everything. This is really fucking pathetic. God. Wouldn't it be fun if he came talk? That'd be great. Come have a chit chat, buddy. I think it'd be a good time. I think I would have a good time.